sound should be equal by now. There may be feedback on the mic, slight buzzing, but there's not much I can do about that. I'll look into getting a mic upgrade soon. But for now, of course, this is NBA 2K22 episode 26, and as the title says, the title of the stream, I'm going to be finishing, or at least putting a good bunch of games in to my second build, because I really want to get Rookie of the Year, and of course somehow win the championship, whether it be this season or next season, to get the +4 boost on all the physicals, because I don't have the dexterity to get +4 in the actual workouts. I usually end up with a +1 or +2. So yeah, basically what's going to happen is I did finish the shooting badges, so I don't need to do training. I will be looking for more assists to do the playmaking badges. Bear with me a second. Just had to mute the music there for copyright reasons. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'll be looking to obviously play normally and, you know, try and score a lot, etc. But at the same time, look for more assists to finish off the playmaking badges. Talking of badges, before we get into everything, like I always like to do, I will quickly show you guys the badges I'm using. This is my setup for shooting, because obviously the character's very short and does most of his shooting off the dribble. Chef never seems to work for me. Stop and pop is, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but it doesn't trigger every time. But it does work on occasion. But the rest of them are fine, and it works well for how I shoot. These are the adjusted playmaking badges, because these three are the most important by consensus if you're a high dribbler. Excuse me. So there you go. And defense badges, there's only a couple, but there you go. Intercept or intimidator, because you never know. If you stand in the passing lane, in my case, you might get lucky. I'll show you that anyway. Just Giant Slayer, because of course the character's 6 foot, I believe. That's how I did it. And there you go. So I'm just gonna quickly run to the game room to see if I've remembered my spin today, because in UK time the next spin becomes available in roughly 90 minutes, so I have to double check now, and I may do a very quick check to my team as well. Yeah, for anybody watching after the fact, if you're interested in watching my team content, I do have a team and it's relatively good. I can do squad games, or I can do triple threat against CPU squads. I don't like playing online against other people because of the lag. I mean, you know, I'm not a bad loser, it's completely fine to lose, but I mean, basically because of the lag, I get not just beaten, I get thoroughly embarrassed. I lose by over 20 points most of the time, which is fine if there wasn't lag and I still lost by that amount. It would be absolutely fine, but that isn't the case. Usually I lose because the lag is so bad I can't even hit a layup. Anyway, let's just quickly burn through these. As you can see, these are just guesses. I have a rough idea of like who may be okay. I never seem to get paid out, even when I get correct. It doesn't seem to pay me. Right, so very quickly, this will be the final delay and will be all the way through on my career games for at least an hour and a half, but I am looking to do 2 to 3 hours. Again, everything's always live. These live streams do end up being episodes on the channel, completely unedited. That's the way I like to do things. So you see the good and the bad. So, you know, I never hide having bad games or just being terrible on a, you know, certain games sometimes. I went there purely by chance because I thought, well, I did have a sponsorship and I didn't know if I got paid out, and obviously I did. Okay, so last thing, I'm just going in here to see if I did pick up the daily or not.
There he is. Come on in.
I have looked around, I say looked around, I have looked at 2K content from other 2K creators in the way of builds, like the best rebirth builds, and I've seen one I'm very interested in that I may be starting like after the end of this season when I've collected VC, because I think I'm looking at I'd need at least 120,000 VC to automatically get to 86. Okay, so the daily thing was done. I just very quickly need to, what's happening here? Oh yeah, I altered the team. I remember now. I altered the team around because I got Karen Butler there, and then I altered the bench so I could have literally every starter be above 90 or 90. Obviously these two are 90 thanks to the duo effect, and Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan, they're also boosted to 88 and 85 thanks to the duo effect. So I have a very reasonable squad. So that's my team squad for future reference. But this particular stream shall be my career, and of course it's the point guard build. If you guys guys are big on Twitter and you happen to like the content, you can always find me on Twitter, send me a nice message. You're welcome to inbox if you like, or DM rather. You're welcome to DM any any constructive criticism or feedback that might improve the watching experience.
Alright, see you soon.
For you guys. Because even though I've done a lot of I call them stream videos, even though I've done a lot of stream videos, I am new to actually giving regular content for YouTube. So any constructive criticism is welcomed. So that's everything. This character isn't level 10, so I can't get in there. I would be level 10, but I just haven't had enough online games. Because they kind of bore me, to be honest. Okay, so last thing, just double checking. I do play pro, I've always said that. Again, lowered the time down to 8 minutes because I did finish the shooting badges. I'm not as in a rush to get the playmaking badges, as I have got the 3 important ones up to gold, as this build doesn't have Wall of Fame badges for playmaking. And there you see, there's the standings. It's not great, but it's not bad by any means. 3rd in the conference. In the last game we won by a big margin, but I did foul out in the 4th quarter because I was trying to steal when it just wasn't, well, it just wasn't going to happen, to be honest.
Fun. Plus, don't forget about league nights for ranked pro-am games and Club 2K for buckets and beats. That's it for me. I'll see you at the next event.
In the future, like in the far future it would seem, I am going to upgrade to PS5, but because of the well-known shortages of PS5s in general.
One of Orlando's many lakes. It's a gorgeous day in the city beautiful. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here alongside my colleagues Grant Hill and Chris Webber. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Allie, it's all yours.
Brian, as the NBA pivots away from the post and towards the perimeter, we're seeing more teams employ 3-guard lineups to great effect, trading some size for skill. We'll see if the trend continues, but guys, for now, it seems that even if there's only one ball, having multiple ball handlers can be very effective.
Very interesting, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you.
Basically, it's a 4 that can defend and shoot.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Marcus Smart, and it's Horford in at the center spot. And for the Magic, Isaac and Carter up front. Then it's Cole Anthony, then it's Terrence Ross, and it's the Magician in at the point guard position. And we know it's never easy to play on the road, Grant. Just how tough are lengthy road trips?
Well, I'll tell you, after game 3 or 4 or 5 on the road, you definitely feel it. I mean, towards the end of a road trip, it's a struggle to play near 100%.
And a huge accomplishment for MP, as he was selected to the NBA All-Star team.
Well, B.A., it's such an honor to be recognized among the league's best, and he certainly earned it with all the hard work he's put in.
Here's the Magician. Ross with it, now guarded by Brown. Here's the Magician. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the top of the key. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Boston on offense. Tatum passes to Schroeder. Tatum against Isaac. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac.
Growing taller, adding more muscle. Tatum, he just becomes harder to defend.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and you know, everybody wants to compare everybody. Tatum's like Kobe. Tatum's like Paul Pierce. As you watch Tatum, he's carved out a niche of his own.
And so Tatum nails both of them. And the unique blend of size and skill makes Tatum difficult to match up with, Chris.
Bigger defenders can't mirror him. Smaller defenders can't alter the shot. And he's still at the beginning stages of his development.
Now here's Anthony. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Pass to Carter. Horford with some nice D.
They say there are no easy finishes in the NBA. That should be easy.
Here's Schroeder. And he can't get that one. So Orlando will take it the other way. Isaac with it. Now guarded by Brown. Here's the Magician. Counted from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Boston calls timeout. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
You gotta be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
Assuming the space becomes available, we'll just start getting our rhythm going.
Horford passes to Brown. Schroeder with it. Now Brown. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards too.
Here's the Magician. Hauled in by Brown.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Fires in the triple.
They can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target.
Here's the Magician. Covered by Schroeder. Pass to the Magician. Stolen by Schroeder. Here we go. Brown with it. Now guarded by Isaac. Anthony outside. Brown with the steal. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Horford. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's the Magician. Lets it fly. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Now here's Smart. Guarded closely. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
I like Smart being aggressive right time, getting into the lane, using his power and speed to his advantage.
Pass to Anthony. Here's the Magician. Fires for 3. Nails it from 3. He's got 6.
If Lee didn't do a good enough job, he could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And finished off by Tatum.
That's what you want your guards to do. Schroeder working into an open team.
Orlando has gone 2 for 2 from deep to start this one. On the wing, Isaac. Tatum pulls it in. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 to get things underway. Pass to Schroeder. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
Well, that's just about the fitness of Schroeder. I mean, it's really something. Gets the rock and instantly fires a shot.
Horford with a steal. Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Isaac. Some room here for Schroeder. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
I just love the ball movement.
Orlando trailing here. Here's Here's the Magician. Turns in an outstanding game against Memphis. On target from range.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Horford outside. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Tatum. Out to Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up and banks it in. Schroeder's got 6.
I like guards who can hit shots in the key, showing he can score a bunch of different ways.
Here's the Magician, covered by Schroeder. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Pass to Smart. Outside Tatum. Let's go with a 3. And the Celtics another 3.
What a gamer this kid is. Tatum wants to deliver the payback blow. Now that's leadership.
Here's the Magician, covered by Schroeder. It's Ross on the wing. Over to the left wing. Here's the Magician. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. And the jam by Brown.
You gotta love how Brown finishes strong, driving fast and hard to the cup for the rim rocking Shazam.
And there's the call on Dennis Schroeder. That's his first foul. The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. 1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. Ross against Brown. Pass to the Magician from deep. And the Magic again can't hit.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. Launches a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Brown's breakout offensively. It could be a surprise to some, but not to me. It's the end result of continuous gains to his shot-making arsenal.
There's the 3. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Yeah, gotta be careful. It's still early. They've been spending a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
These are the sort of games that really annoy me.
1:04 left to play in the first. And you watch teams try to defend Brown. See, Webb, they're not exactly sure what to take away.
Can't go on the screens. He's too good of a shooter now. You play him tight, that triggers the drive. Playing him physical sends him to the line where he's improved as well.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
The drive by Smart. Over Anthony. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
They were connecting. When they're connecting like that, they're hard to beat. Their accuracy from outside just incredible. No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Brown against Ross. Outside, Brown. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Celtics out in front, leading by 14. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return.
12 points is terrible. I'm just sort of doing the camera.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
They've got Wagner. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Mo Bamba. Then there's Markel Fultz, and it's the Magician in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Here's Pritchard. In his last outing, 8 points for him. The rebound by Bamba.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
Well, the Magician in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He scored 64 points and was on point from deep. He put up significant numbers. So the question becomes, can he do it again?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
Yeah, he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, right. I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
And Orlando has possession. The Celtics making their last shot. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. And that one's good. The Magician.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Pass to Brown. On the wing, Richardson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And we're seeing teams pick up the pace, something you set the trend for in Phoenix, Grant. Why do you think that's becoming more prevalent?
Great question. I mean, in today's game, we're all about the analytics, and that has shown that you shoot a higher percentage earlier in the shot clock. So it makes sense to push the tempo and see what you can get early.
You can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Here's the Magician. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, Brown. To the inside, Williams. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Williams has gotten his first basket of the night.
What you love about Brown's game right now, he understands the offense, and he understands his role within it.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Knocks down the long J.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Outside, Williams. Back to Pritchard with the 7-footer. And he comes up with a bucket. And the Celtics lead by 8.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's the Magician. He's guarded by Canner. Here's the Magician. Offline with a 3. For Boston, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Pass to Brown. The kick out to Richardson. Canner up top. 4 on the clock. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Magic have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Now Wagner. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Out to the right wing. Lets it fly. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Outside, Brown.
Yeah, I'm still going to choose the Vikings.
That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Bamba. Fultz against Richardson. Fultz is good.
Talent Fultz has is evident. He's terrific at finding ways to score close to the basket.
The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Canner. Back to Pritchard. And stolen by found Boston. At one point, they led by 16.
I'll tell you what, you have to be excited about Jonathan Isaac. Whenever he's on the floor, he makes an impact on both ends of the court.
Oh, rejected by Isaac. Pass to the Magician. Beyond the arc. Gets the three to fall. Give it 31 now. Well, the main thing for Jonathan Isaac is his health. Seems like whenever he gets healthy, he ends up getting hurt again. The guy's been through a lot. He's had to battle through a number of injuries.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously frustrating for him, I'm sure. But he's still got youth on his side. So here's hoping he can remain healthy and reach his potential.
Boston has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Pass to Brown. Back to Pritchard. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
That happens to me.
Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. Orlando trailing here. And here's Isaac. Outside Fultz. Here's the Magician. Here's the 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, PA. Unbelievable.
Orlando making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Isaac. Ross comes in for Wagner. And Suggs is subbed in for Fultz. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. On defense, the Magic. Right wing. Canner, the pass to Tatum. Rebounded by Suggs. And for the Magic, they're shooting 56% today. Pass to Ross. Here's the Magician, defended by Brown. Out to the right wing. Here's the Magician. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. And the Magic lead by 2.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
Now here's Tatum. Now Canner. He's checked by Carter. Canner inside. Carter's there. Canner, no good. Pass to Suggs. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Pritchard. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Here's Brown. Up and over Carter. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Brown's got 13.
It's amazing. The development of Brown as a scorer, and he's an exciting two-way talent. He's showing us all that tonight.
And there it is for him.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Pritchard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. He has 6.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. He attracts the other team's focus and finds the open man.
The Celtics have gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. Williams with it. Now here's Tatum. 29 points for him last game against Detroit.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Orlando shooting 55% for the game so far. Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're the forwards. Marcus Smart out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brown with it, picked up by Ross. And here's Schroeder outside. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
If he gets hot, Schroeder can be trouble from the arc. He sunk that one properly.
Pass to Carter. And here's Anthony. 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
It wasn't even a press down, it was a tap. Like that.
Now here's Schroeder. The D's right on him. Tatum with it. Now Carter defending. Here's the floater. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Ever since the back half of last year, Tatum's been on fire. Now, the game has slowed down for him, so he could play faster, but now he's become nearly unstoppable.
Here's the Magician, covered by Schroeder. Here's the Magician. No good on the triple. Boston's shooting it well at 59%. To the left wing. Back to Brown. Outside Schroeder. On the take. That one is off. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. And you know, in the under 25 club, Grant, some observers say they take Tatum over Doncic and others.
Well, Tatum's a big guy who's only getting bigger. His defense is almost on par now with his offense, and he has a possible MVP in his future.
Tatum inside, guarded by Ross, and it's Tatum missing.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Noteworthy length and jumping ability. Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim.
The Celtics have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Schroeder passes to Smart. Outside Tatum. Drains the triple. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Last season, after what was dubbed a historic wave of injuries, the Magic decided it was time to hit the reset button, trading away their veterans for picks and for prospects. This will take some patience, but the front office feels this different path affords them more upside to contend moving forward. Guys?
You know, Allie, that's an excellent point, something to keep an eye on. To the middle. Pass to Carter. Here's the Magician. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Anthony with it. Guarded now by Smart. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrating.
Back to Schroeder. Carter against Tatum. And over his career, Grant, Al Horford has continued to improve his outside shot.
I mean, he really has. He came into the league as a low block bruiser. 8 years in, he adjusted and added a three-point shot. And he has been a reliable player from outside since then.
The future of Tatum has in this league is so bright. I mean, he's proven to have a great work ethic and desire to keep improving.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for Jaylen Brown. To the paint. Here's the Magician. And the layup is good. He's got 38.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind. He just needs to keep doing what he's been doing. And that's his fourth. Now he's going to have to.
Checking in for the Celtics.
What's the point of having steals?
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's the Magician. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching him from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in. Feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
And here's Tatum. From behind the arc. Off target. And so it's the Boston Celtics finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More 2K action in just a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Wagner is out there with Mobamba. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Suggs. And it's the Magician in the point guard. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Tatum. The shot misses. Oh, nice D from Carter. Inside. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Here's Bamba. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Creating off the dribble. An area where Brown's putting in real work. I mean, it's paying off.
Out to the wing. From outside the arc. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
The way he's firing from 3 today, they ought to keep riding.
Pritchard, no good. Orlando trailing here. Pass to the Magician. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Back to Wagner. Shot clock at 6. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Jaylen Brown picks one up. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Boston.
You want to see how efficient the offense is running? Great stat to look at is points off assists. And they've gotten a ton of assists throughout this game.
Another thing, they haven't missed a beat on the fast break in either half tonight. They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Ross, he's checked in for Bamba. Smart's checked in for Boston. Schroeder comes in for Pritchard.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Schroeder finds Tatum. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Schroeder's got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Carter. Here's the Magician. From deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
That's the big reason this game is still so close. I mean, he's been lights out from long range.
Another triple for him. 3 in the second half, 4 total. Keep shooting it.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. After a deep collegiate championship run, Jalen Suggs looks so ready for the pressures of league play.
Oh, he's got ice in his veins for sure. Taking his college team to the finals with a buzzer-beating three-pointer, that kind of grit will serve him well in the NBA.
Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. No good on the second free throw. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Outside Tatum. Over Suggs. Tatum can't hit. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Carter against Smart. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. And the foul called on the Boston Celtics.
Oh, the physicality Carter Jr. plays with, it's impressive. It's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
And so Carter nails them both. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Schroeder into the lane. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Wendell Carter.
Lightning quick first step. Schroeder routinely beats defenders to the spot.
And he knocks down the first one. Grant, he hails from Germany. Dennis Schroeder, one of the fastest guys in the league. He is a blur when he's on his game.
And also, let's not forget, he played 3 years professionally in his native Germany before coming to the association, and he has never looked back.
So he gets them both.
And if you're compiling a roster for a team, a rational confidence, Schroeder is a strong candidate. He was Never win the game.
Pass to Ross. To the left side wing. Puts up a three. Good! That's another bucket!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Now here's Tatum. And down it goes. 2 points. Tatum's got 7 points for the quarter. And you talk about Schroeder, a fearless scorer. Chris, very effective at crunch time as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's played in some big games, but I mean, he's only missed the playoffs once in his career.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter.
That's number 5 on the room for error anymore. I bet they'll take it at him right now and try to get him out the game.
Williams is checked in for Canner. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Williams finds Tatum. Brown passes to Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Going inside. Unable to get that one. Oh, great D that time from Isaac. Here's the Magician. And again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Smart passes to Williams. Down low. Tipped. Stolen by Carter. And the Magic pushing it up now. Here's the Magician. Covered by Schroeder. Here's Isaac. Rebound Boston. At one point, they led by 16. Smart outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Carter's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for them.
The Celtics with the lead. Brown inside, guarded by Ross. Brown can't hit. Orlando has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Pass to Carter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Robert Williams picks up one.
Big body inside of Carter Jr. His physical advantage is
Wendell Carter Jr. at the line for 2.
That one's off. And the Magic making a change here. Anthony's checked in.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of
And he sinks the second.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Now a timeout called by Boston. At this point in the game, fourth quarter, it's always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the plans, these players are getting a much-needed chance to get hydrated with some Gatorade. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Dennis Schroeder.
And there was absolutely nothing they could do to slow him down in this one. It seemed like every shot he put up went in. And his teammates responded smartly by continuing to feed him all night.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the head coach for the Celtics had some instruction for his guys during the break. He complimented the three-point shooting. He said, quote, "It's one thing to get the look, it's another to bury it. I believe in you guys. I think you've got this game on lock. Let's go out there and let's take this, guys."
Okay, thanks, Allie. Pass to the Magician. To take the lead. Good. Another from 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Outside Tatum. Driving inside. And the shot goes. Tatum's got 35 in the game.
Oh, with surprising leadership from a young player, Tatum remains focused in big moments.
Here's the Magician. From deep three-point range. The shot off that time. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Tatum passes to Williams. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Second chance shot. The rebound by Carter.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Here's the Magician, defended by Smart. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot from downtown. The Magician misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
To the paint. And Williams punches it home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to Anthony. Here's the Magician, covered by Schroeder. And he sinks it. Oh, an enormous three-pointer.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Here's the Magician. And too long on the shot. Tatum with it. Now Carter defending. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Tatum drives in. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, Tatum's a good ball handler. Emulates the pace, so he gets to wherever he wants to go.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Now that's how you capitalize at the line. As long as they play good defense, they should have this win sealed.
Orlando calls timeout. They're down by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the final quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Here's Anthony. Tatum pulls it in, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop it.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Great job at the line, and it's now a 2-possession game.
And the Magic call time here. They're losing by 4. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of a timeout.
Yeah, time is of the essence. Basket and the foul, it's got to be the game plan.
Here's the Magician, covered by Schroeder. And good! There's another 16 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And the Celtics call time here. They lead by 2. 9 seconds left in the game.
He's supposed to be a 3.
And so it's Boston who scraped by with the win. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Chris Webber, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We thank you for watching tonight's game. So long, everybody.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of, here we go.
Hey, everyone.
You know, with the rise of player activism in recent years, I'm wondering if you've given any thought to using the platform of the All-Star Game to shine a light on causes that are important to you.
That's something I have on my mind. I've seen a lot of players speaking out on social issues over the past year or so, but I haven't had much time to get anything going on the front for the All-Star Game. But I've got a few ideas, so hopefully you'll hear from me, you know, if some of those things come to fruition.
Can you share what what sort of issues you'd like to address?
I don't want to get too into that right now, but I'm a very political guy and I have a lot of strong feelings on things we need to do for our community. So whether it's All-Star Weekend or just some other time, you'll be hearing from me more when things, you know, start to happen in the future for sure.
Okay, let's change gears. Any favorite moments from All-Star Games past?
Let's say...
Oh, yeah. You know I'm a student of the game, Candace, so I've studied up on this, watched the whole game on YouTube and all that, and I think, yeah, 2003 is probably the best actual All-Star game from a competitive standpoint. It's the only one that went into double OT, so that says it all right there. Plus, it was Jordan's last All-Star game, and he was in Washington while he was on the Wizards, so that was cool. So the whole thing was fantastic. 2003 for sure, yeah.
2003, great stuff. Thanks so much.
Thank you. All right, that's gonna do it. Thank you, guys.
I do actually have good outfits for the character, but they never seem to load into the interview scenes. Oh, it's just cash. They're not gonna do incentive or anything.
For our next segment, we're joined live in studio by the one and only MP. You may know him as a YouTube star. I just know him as the Rook. MP, welcome to the show.
Hey, yo, thanks for having me, Kendrick.
Now, first of all, congratulations on making the All-Star team.
Hey, I appreciate that.
As you know, I've been critical of you at times this season.
No, I know.
And so far, you've proven me wrong. But I always say, real hoopers make their mark in the playoffs. Postseason is a whole different game, MP. And if you want to prove you belong in this league, that's where you got to step it up. What do you have to say about this?
Look, I feel confident in the team management put together, and I think we got what it takes to make a deep run in the playoffs.
I get all that. But do you think you can step up your game when it matters the most?
Hey, look, I sure hope so. But it's about all of us doing it together, not just me. And that's honestly where I feel the most confident. You know, we got great veteran leadership, we got great coaches, and I know they'll be able to pick me up if I'm struggling.
Well, I tell you what, let's hope you don't struggle too much now. Thanks for joining me, MP.
Hey, yo, thanks for having me, Bert.
I just find that funny because in real life, Kendrick Perkins is a little bit of a polarizing figure. I think that's the politest way to put it. Okay, so what can I do here? Go corner, I guess. No. Although, what if I go do that and go one on green, one on 7. Try that. Because that way on the very rare occasions it does trigger, it will still do something. Yeah, my plan is, as you can see, those bronzes, they will eventually be gold, so that'll put me what, 2, 4, 6, 8. Hang on a minute, 13. Yeah, exactly 8. Yeah, now that'll put everything on gold. Okay. I was gonna do something else, but I don't need to. And now straight to the next game. No need for in training because the badge bar is way too low to even make a negligible difference.
Pizza rolls, pick and rolls. Which prominent pick and roll duo went to back-to-back NBA Finals together. Was it Chris Paul and Blake Griffin? Deron Williams and Carlos Boozer? John Stockton and Karl Malone? Or Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire? If you guessed John Stockton and Karl Malone, then you are correct. But now, how many seasons?
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the beautiful Willamette River. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Berry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Well, Cole Anthony has made a name for himself when it comes to hitting cold-blooded game winners. He said, I do this, man. I was bred for this. I'm not the type to go high. I live for these ending moments in games. Crunch time, that's my time. Guys.
Just like his dad right next to me. David, thank you very much. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
Oh, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Isaac and Carter manning the post position. Anthony is out there at the Magician, and it's Ross in at the small forward. And for Portland, out of the wings for him, McCollum and Powell. Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Lillard in at the point. Now here's McCollum. Lillard misses. Isaac with the ball. Now Covington defending. Here's the Magician from deep three-point range from beyond the arc and then some. The Magician's got the game going with his first points of the game for Orlando. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. That's a floater go, and that one good.
Lillard just keeps fighting, willing his team to victory. Not deterred that time by the bump.
Isaac passes to the Magician. There's the drive. Lays it up off the glass. The Magician's got 5. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, but then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Just over a minute played here in the first. McCollum against Anthony. Can't hit that one. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Well, one of us here knows Cole Anthony quite well. The guy to my side here, Greg, is Dan. Care to share with us a story about your son playing hoops growing up?
Well, I tell you one thing. He's always had that belief, that inner belief in himself and his abilities. And that's something that started early on in his life. And honestly, that's when I knew he had a chance to be a really good player.
Orlando, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. It's good from long range.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there. Just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And it's Lillard missing.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
The Magician passes to Carter. To the left wing. 6 to shoot. Here's the Magician. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And with the 2020 class, we saw your teammate, Tim Duncan, get inducted into basketball's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I loved hearing some of the stories that other players and coaches and competitors had around going up against Tim, and the reverence, the respect, that they could never rattle him. It's so cool to hear those stories from the outside, having been a player so fortunate to be on the inside and understand what made him tick, what made him great, and just how special he was as a leader for so long for that Spurs organization.
And here's McCollum. After the three-pointer from the Magician, Lillard from deep three-point land sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 5 points so far. To the wing right side. To the paint. Here's Carter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Wendell Carter Jr., not the biggest center, Greg, listed at 6'10". In fact, most reports would have him pegged at 6'9".
And Carter Jr. plays like a 7-footer. Got that 7'4" wingspan and great head on his shoulders that levels the playing field with his height.
That's good from Carter.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Good work defensively by Anthony.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And here on the first, about 3 minutes in. Anthony against McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. With the drive, it's hauled in by the Magic.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
The Magician passes to Anthony. Here's the Magician. He is guarded by McCollum, and the jam by Ross.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did a jump ball. They've been awesome.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
No good from the Magician. Trailblazers trail by 9 to the middle. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Here's the Magician. No good on the triple. Portland's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. McCollum against Anthony. 11 feet away. Pulled the shot a little late, but the bounce goes his way.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
Now here is Carter. His last outing, he had 8 points. Anthony down low. By Lillard. Anthony's shot is off. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 5. Oh, that's blocked. Here's the Magician. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And that's 15 points for the Magician.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Pass to McCollum. Lillard, right side. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Ross. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Puts it up from 12, and he wheels that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
McCollum against Anthony. Lillard, right side. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 10.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring it back.
As a big, once you get the position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Here's McCollum. Isaac with some nice D. Orlando leading by 6. And here is Ross. Here's the Magician. Isaac passes to the Magician. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Just 4 to shoot. This one for 3. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
The Magic again can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard with it. Now Anthony defending. Lillard with the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Magic have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Here's the Magician. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 18 points for him.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Lillard outside. Passes to Pop. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I said a little before, the layup, when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's the Magician. Had the space there, but it's offline. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. It's the Magic. They lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Times where I score clean, and then I have times where...
Now with the talent around him, Damian Lillard able to play off the ball. He explained how that helps him get open.
Getting the ball later in possessions when the defense isn't so sharp. You know, usually at the beginning of a defensive possession is get over the first screen. You know, the energy is up, they're interested, and usually...
Well, and Damian Lillard, Greg, accustomed to making shots with the clock winding down.
They have a phrase for it. Whether the defense is locked in or not, that clock is ticking down to Dane time.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up tempo tonight.
And so in the game for the Magic, Ramba is out there with Wagner. Then it's Wendell Carter, then it's the Magician, and it's Fultz at the 2. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Magician in that last matchup against the Celtics was outstanding. He had 60 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
As to the Magician. Launches a 3. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Nurkic finds Lillard. Driving.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And that is a huge block, given how close this game is. A stop like that was right on point.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. Passes it to Zeller. Bamba against McCollum. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
And that one's good, Wagner. Wagner's got his first 2 points of the night.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Nurkic dishes to McCollum. He kicks it to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
And that's 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Lillard from outside. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The Magician passes to Fultz. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's the Magician, covered by Lillard. And Fultz gets it to go. And it's a 7-point Magic lead.
You know, you gotta love the muscle that Fultz possesses. Taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
It's rebounded by Fultz.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Down low, here's Zeller, and the dunk by Zeller.
Well, all eyes on Lillard defensively, and that causes a big-time breakdown, and he's quick to take advantage.
Out left of the wing, here's the Magician. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, we talk about the clutch scoring of Damian Lillard. I'll put it in black and white. Since he entered the league in 2012, nobody has more makes in the last 20 seconds of a game to tie or go ahead. Nobody.
It's Carter, high post, and stolen by Lillard. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. And a wide open look for McCollum. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And now it's only a 5-point Magic lead. And the list of players with multiple series clinching buzzer beaters in the playoffs, Michael Jordan and Damian Lillard.
And with a little bon voyage wave of the hand for good measure, Dame time is as real as it gets.
Here's Snell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 3. They get it back. Kicks it out to Lillard. It's good.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And now the first timeout call here for the Magic. And Brent the Wrinkle added to the playoff format for 2021. The play-in tournament really became a hot button issue last season.
It felt like either we're going to love it or you weren't going to like it at all. And I think a lot of people really enjoyed the fact that the last month of the season provided games that had something at stake. And that positioning to get into the 10th slot with an opportunity to get into the playoffs drew the attention of NBA fans and players to keep competing until the very end of the season to take that shot at getting into the postseason. So I really like it.
Ross finds Bamba out to the right wing. Now here's Suggs. passes to Ross. Back to Bamba. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
2 minutes remaining in the
pass to Lillard.
2 minutes.
Orlando grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. It's ironic that while the league took refuge in Orlando to complete the 2020 season, the Magic has had no reprieve from the rash of injuries that affected its top young players the last few years. This team is well coached and plays hard. Hopefully their fortunes will change once to help. Guys?
All right, David, thank you.
Chris rises up, and is he playing volleyball? He just spiked that one away.
Oh, down low. He's guarded by Ross. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Powell. Pass to Suggs. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And Zeller kicks to Chris. Pass to Simons. Powell for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's the Magician. And it's off from three-point range. Powell with it. And so it's the Orlando Magic with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from the Magician in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Trailblazers, Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. At the guard spots, longtime teammates Lillard and McCollum. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard, the pass to Covington from past the arc. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Covington's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Trailblazers. Orlando's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. To the inside. Here's Ross. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ross has got his second basket of the night.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Three-pointer, Lillard drills the three-pointer.
And now Damian Lillard has got that 3-ball swagger going.
Well, Orlando shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. Passes it to Ross. Here's the Magician, covered by Lillard. Lock at 6. No good from Ross. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. Here's Lillard. And it's all evened up. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Okay, Good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Knocks down the 3 ball.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
That one good for 2. Lillard's got 29.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Anthony against McCollum. Anthony, the pass to the Magician. Now Ross. Here's the Magician. At 3 off the mark. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
And the defensive versatility of Robert Covington is a real asset. At 6'7" with long arms, this guy can guard almost every position on the floor.
Yeah, that switchability is such a valuable thing in today's game. And for Covington, he's one of those interesting guys that maybe not so much on the ball as off the ball, the disruption that he can give you defensively with that length in his hands. That's where he really is a tremendous help defender.
Looking to get back on track here. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
That set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
To the left side wing. Orlando moving the ball around. The pass to the Magician. Launches it. No good on that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. McCollum, no good.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Ross, that's good.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And here's McCollum for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
Stolen by McCollum. Kicks it to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Portland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
A significant difference here has been the number of points off turnovers that they've got.
Banked in off the glass. Carter's got 9 points.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
They double-team McCollum. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game. Here's the Magician, and he banks in the lane. The Magician's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Nurkic. That's a 2 from Lillard. Ross grabs the board. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's the Magician. He has 35. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Feeds it to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You have to appreciate Lillard tonight just showing this kind of effort and not afraid again to put his team on his back.
2 minutes.
Here's the Magician. By Lillard. The shot's good from the Magician. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Lillard, right side. Here's Nurkic. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And Isaac throws it down.
Good. Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. Has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Anthony, the pass to Isaac. Fires for three. No good from the Magician.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
On the wing, Isaac. Pass to Ross. To the right side. Here's the Magician. He is guarded by McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
Orlando shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Zeller, who's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Marquise Chris comes in for Robert Covington. Tony Snell's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The Magic also changing it up. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Wagner comes in for Isaac. And Markel Fultz is subbed in for Cole Anthony. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Snell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal. First team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
For Portland, Tony Snell taking 2 shots.
That's good from Snell. The Magic making a...
In for the Magic.
Wow.
McCollum feeling it out a bit.
McCollum. 8 points back.
And it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr. Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
And so in the game for the Magic, Isaac and Carter are manning the post position. The Magician out there with Anthony. And it's Ross in at the 3 slot. Trailblazers leading by 8. Three-pointer, Lillard buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 40 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
He is just self-willing to scheme right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Orlando foul number 3. That's his second personal. 15.
And free throw from Lillard.
So many stories about Damian Lillard, not just on the floor, but off the court. And in everything that he does, whether it's basketball or his rap career, there's a tremendous amount of passion behind it.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Well, the fact that he has that many rebounds for a guy of his size and stature shows you he truly cares about grabbing possessions off the rim.
Here's the Magician. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. McCollum with the bounce pass. Covington kicks to McCollum. Carter against Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Covington trying to break free. Lillard misses. The Magic trail by 8.
2 minutes.
Over to the wing.
2 minutes.
Back to Anthony. The pass to the Magician. For 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him.
Lillard against Carter. Outside, Covington. Here's Powell. You can't get that one to fall. So
to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
You can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
And there's the call on the Magician. That's his third foul so far. Only situation in line, so he'll end the free throw line for two. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a two-possession affair.
Here's the Magician, covered by Lillard. Jokic against Carter. Pause on the wing. Shoots over Powell. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Now here's Lillard, and he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
This is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming, and not enough time for them to get back in it.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, the Magician.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Yeah, I'm going to reduce the time to 60 Oh, okay, I won't go through the trade, but then let me see to try and get at a time. Okay. Geez, that's 6. So I'm going to take a small break, and it will technically be the end of the episode. I'll be back later today with either another episode from here, or it will be God of War. If not God of War, then it will be Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We shall see what happens. So thank you for anyone who watches this. Thank you for the few people that dropped in, albeit very briefly. This has been episode 25 of NBA 2K22. This has been KHG, of course, and I'll see you on the next one.